Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be looking at Bitcoin and its pairing against the US dollar, and finally, talking about how Bitcoin has just broken $30,000. Currently, right now, it's at $31,500. And just out of curiosity, because I haven't looked, we're going to just flip it to the hourly and see when it actually broke. And it seemed like at noon UTSC time, it had broken. So just a couple hours ago, it had broke 30, then 31,000, and currently at 31.5. This is pretty wild if you ask me, and I'll keep on saying that the higher we go. Um, and you could see the effects of this across the market. We see that altcoin pairings against Bitcoin are dropping. Link pretty much lost all its gains that it made yesterday. Ethereum down 2%, almost wiping out the gains that we saw on 27th and 28th. Uniswap, we're kind of cut halfway through. Basic attention token is slowly bleeding over time. XRP, well, we know why the main drop happened, but I mean it's also bleeding as well. And finally, Monero, which we will get to in a second. Um, but first with Bitcoin, with this move, well, what does it mean? Where does that make us uh, in the vast like in the vast space of Bitcoin? Where does this take us? Well, it brings the RSI to 92.77. Now, with the relative strength index, it indicates overbought and oversold territory. Everything over 70 is considered overbought. So as you can see, we've been up here for quite some time, and we're pretty high. The RSI can and could uh, last for quite a long time up in this space. We do see, however, that at certain levels, we do see a retracement. If you see these peaks here throughout 2016, 2017, they all coincide with their mini peaks and then coming back to the 20 weekly moving average. That's how it looked like back in 2017. Um, Back in 2013, these peaks kind of were like not mini peaks. These were pretty gigantic peaks, and then it broke down to 20 week, and then another rally again. These peaks here are high 90s, 96 on the RSI, 99 on the RSI. These here were the low 90s, high 80s, so 90.22, 84.12, 89.95. So where are we? We're at 92.78. We have eclipsed, we have shot past the high RSIs of the last cycle. And now we are really pushing for 2013 RSI peaks on the weekly chart. This is pretty phenomenal. Let's look at also, because I haven't looked at it yet, the distance between the price to the moving average. And right now we're at 100%, you guys. We're 100% over the 20-week moving average. This is, again, fairly astonishing. Now, what have we said about the distance between the 20-week and the price? Well, having the price above the 20-week moving average, at least in a substantial way, is good for altcoins. It's one of the criteria needed in order for altcoins to really flourish. The second is that, well, if we're really above the 20-week moving average, even if we correct it 10-20%, we are not going to hit the 20-week moving average, which is also good. The third issue, the third thing though, which is an issue, is that we've seen in the past, if we get too high above the 20-week moving average, we are unable to hold it as support at the 20-week when it does come down. And from what we saw in years past, it can go as high as 105, uh, about or 100 plus before it hits back down to the 20-week. The last peak was 182% above the 20-week moving average. So it's somewhere in between the plus 100 to 200% above the 20-week moving average when we start to get worried. At this point, we still have a long ways to go. It's still 100% only 100%. But at the same time, I mean, we can change this metric from the closing source to the highs. And you'll see in 2019, we got as high as 109%. So keep that in mind. There's that to uh, take into consideration. Am I selling right now, or am I worried? Not necessarily. I'm still keeping an open mind about this. With at least with Bitcoin, I did sell at about 26,000. That was my first sell. If it goes up at this rate, then I will be selling more. I think my next target is what was it? It was like it was in the I think it was in the 40s. It's about 30% away, which is still pretty big. So yeah, I was at around $40,000 was my next sell target. I might bring it down a bit, considering the fact that we're already at $30,000 in about 3 weeks. Um, so you got to take it. You also when you're looking at the price, you also have to look at how quickly it's getting up there. And right now, you guys, we are getting up there very quickly, uh, quicker than I could have ever imagined in this situation. So with Bitcoin, it is a wait and see. It's a good wait and see. It's not like a bad wait and see where you're looking at Chainlink, or into this next topic, into Monero. Now Monero, I did buy some Monero a while ago, and just yesterday we saw the news about how Bittrex is delisting Monero, Zcash, and Dash, and we saw all three of them have a pretty decent correction yesterday. With Monero specifically, it was about 14%. Now, uh, take it as you will. Take for one argument, Bittrex is only one exchange. Um, it's inconclusive on why, except for in lieu of maybe more regulations. They assume maybe that privacy tokens will take a big hit in regulation, and because of that they're being proactive. Uh, at the same time, I mean, Bittrex isn't like it's a large exchange, but it's not terribly large, so it wouldn't necessarily have a big impact as in say like Binance delisting it. So with that said, it shouldn't be any too cause for concern. However, for me, uh, I guess the lieu of the XRP issue uh is looming in my mind still, and the fear of uh, having exchanges delist it, and even if the price increases, like I have nowhere to sell it uh easily like I do with an exchange. Yes, you can go on local Monero in this case, or you can find someone willing to buy XRP, but uh, uh, those kinds of things makes the risk too high for me, and because of that, I closed my position on Monero, and also I closed my position on XRP a while ago. With XRP, we just gotta wait and see. There's no definitive way to know what's gonna happen. The price can very much, and I assume it will keep on going down until we get some clarity, and that clarity could be a year from now. Monero is the same thing. Uh, Now they're not getting sued, but they are getting delisted, and the risk of other exchanges, especially the exchanges that I use, get delisted, then we have a problem. Anyway, that's all I have to say for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.